Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is Zulfadli bin Husin from University Malaysia Kelantan. Today, I will be presenting a paper entitled English at Workplace, a quantitative report on communication apprehension among Malaysian employees. Oral communication can be defined as an activity that involves oral speech to communicate to other person. Most second language learners consider speaking to be one of the hardest skills to master. In a workplace context, most people regarded that having a good ability in using English language to be an advantage and important skill. Thus, by experiencing communication apprehensive in using English language at the workplace, employees might face problems to communicate effectively, which in turn affecting the organization productivity. The need for examining the issue of communication apprehension at workplace is very significant, as by studying this, we may be able to propose or taken necessary steps to curb communication apprehension among the employees. Over the years, much studies had been focused towards secondary students and tertiary students. Only a few studies had been done on Malaysian workplace context, especially the government sectors. Due to that, this paper aimed to examine the communication apprehension on English language at the workplace among the Malaysian employees. Following on that objective, 3 research questions were formulated, which are: Research question 1, what are the communication apprehension levels among Malaysian employees? Research question 2, do Malaysian private and government employees differ in terms of CA level? Research question 3, what effect do demographic levels such as gender, age, years of service, and education level have on the level of CAs among Malaysian employees? James McCloskey had introduced the communication apprehension concept, in which sources of communication apprehension are on a scale consisting of 4 kinds of CA, which are trait-like, context-based, audience-based, and situational. Over the years, out of the 4 types of CA, trait-like had been studied the most. Following a series of studies on communication apprehension in a workplace setting, experts have found interesting relationship between CA level of individual and variables in the workplace context. The following are some of the related past studies carried out on communication apprehension. The study used quantitative method and adopted a convenient sampling in which a total of 353 respondents took part in the survey. Survey questionnaire was used as the main instrument in this study and had 29 items divided into 2 sections. The survey employed a 5-point Likert scale ranging from strongly agree to strongly disagree. The item in the survey achieved the alpha value of 0.973 for all the 24 items, which is considered to be high level in terms of the internal consistency. The survey was circulated via Google email and WhatsApp platform using the Google form. Descriptive statistics, t-test, and one-way ANOVA, as well as multiple linear regression, were employed to examine the current study population concerning gender, level of education, year of service, job sectors, and age. Furthermore, the CA level scores calculation were based on the guideline by McCloskey. PRCA subscore calculation for each communicative event is detailed in the following table. The following table also presents the respondents' demographic informations. Finding and discussion. In answering research question 1, results show that Malaysian employees experience a moderate level of CAs with the mean score of 65.58. In relation to communicative event, Malaysian employees showed some degree of apprehension for public speaking context with the mean score of 18 and the highest among the 4 events. To provide the answer for research question 2, an independent sample t-test was performed to compare overall communication apprehension scores between the private and government employees in using English language at the workplace. The results show that there is a statistical differences in CA scores between the private and the government. In terms of 4 communicative settings, meeting, public speaking, conversation, and group discussion, table showed that private employees scored the highest mean in public speaking, while the government employees scored the highest during meeting. Both private and government employees scored the lowest in group discussion. In answering research question 3, a multiple linear regression analysis was conducted to evaluate the prediction of overall CA scores from gender, job sectors, years of service, education background, and age. Gender, job sectors, and highest education background were significant predictors of respondent overall CA score. However, both age and years of service were not statistically significant toward predicting respondent overall CA score. For gender, table shows that female Malaysian employees are more apprehensive compared to male. An independent sample t-test showed that there was a significant differences in the scores for male and female. Table showed that respondents in the age of 30 until 39 scored the highest mean, which suggested that they are more apprehensive compared to other groups. Respondents in the age of 50 and above scored the lowest mean. A one-way ANOVA was performed to compare the effect of age towards the overall CA score of the respondent. The result revealed that there was not a statistically significant differences in overall CA score between at least two groups. Findings show that respondents who have worked 6 to 10 years in service scored higher mean, which suggested that they are more apprehensive. A one-way ANOVA was performed to compare year of service effect toward the overall CA score of the respondent. The result revealed that there was not a statistically significant differences in the overall CA score between at least two groups. Results also show that respondents who have PMR or SPM as their highest education level scored the highest mean. A one-way ANOVA was performed to compare highest education level effect toward the overall CA scores of the respondent. Results from that show that there are statistically significant differences in the overall CA score between at least two groups. As a conclusion, a number of interesting findings can be inferred from this study. The result revealed that Malaysian employees experience a moderate level of English oral communication, apprehension. Thus, it is likely that Malaysian employees were not greatly affected by the feeling of fear or anxious in using English language at the workplace setting. Comparing private and government employees, private employees are less apprehensive, and both groups of employees indicated that they are more apprehensive in giving public speaking and during meeting. Findings also suggested that the workplace variables such as gender, age, years of service, and level of education produce mixed results. Both private and government organizations should offer reassuring setting and incentive in inspiring their employees to constantly boost their English communication skills that can resulting in lowering down the CA level. Without organized or strategic professional communication program or training, this average CA level could decline, resulting in affecting the organization personality, organization reputation, and productivity in general. The finding from this study also highlighting the need for serious consideration from the top management in both private and government sector in encouraging and setting significance for good English communication skill for the employees. This study further supported on the need for more research on CA being carried out with the aim to provide more insight into challenges experienced by the workers in the actual workplace setting. Future studies are recommended to be carried out with different approaches such as ethnographic or a clinical way of gathering data to understand better this subtle yet complicated language phenomenon, which will contribute significantly to community of the practice. With that, thank you.